Will Bitcoin hit a new record high of $80,000 in October? That's the million-dollar question on everyone's mind right now. Ladies and gents, boys and girls, buckle up because we are diving into some seriously bullish territories today. There are plenty of signs, technical and fundamental, that could send Bitcoin soaring to the moon. In this video, I am going to break down 3 super awesome catalysts that could push Bitcoin to that jaw-dropping 80K mark. So, if you're ready to find out what could fuel the next Bitcoin rocket, make sure to stick around until the end. The first bullish catalyst for Bitcoin I'm talking about is a bull flag. It's a technical pattern. So I'll just, without saying it further, I'm going to just show it to you. All right, let's jump right into it. We are looking at the Bitcoin US dollar weekly chart. And as we can see that we have entered the consolidation setup after a very strong rally. As of August 2022, we were trading above $60,000. That is, let's see, about 275 to 80% above the bottom we established in November 2022. But if we try to gauge that from the local top, a $74,000 top, we are down about 17.25% approximately. So pretty much, I mean, we are in a consolidation pattern. It simply means that the bull rally is technically not over. We are just taking a break. This is an impasse between bears and bulls, because after every big rally, it happened, guys. Some traders, they sell out. They want to log their profits because they don't anticipate the price to continue its bull run, and which is why we see this fall. But at the same time, there are other traders who think that the price will go up, and they start buying in this local lows areas. Let me actually visualize it for you so that you can see it clearly. This is a trend line. You can see that this is the descending trend line on the top, resistance. Now traders are selling whenever the price goes above. Traders are selling there. At the same time, there is a support trend line, a descending support trend line right here. So now the price is somewhat logged inside this particular pattern, and it looks like a bull flag, because a bull flag is characterized by, let me explain, a descending parallel channel. When the price trends lower inside a descending parallel channel after a very strong uptrend, that is called a bull flag, and it receives further confirmation because it's a bullish continuation pattern. So it simply means that the price will eventually break out of the pattern of the pattern here. It will finally break out. When it does, you will see that the price will be closing above this upper trend line, this one, with higher volumes, and then you will see the price continuing its uptrend in the future. I mean, this is how technically a bull flag is defined, and how to really measure a bull flag target, and that is where the $80,000 target comes from, guys. I'll just visualize it further for you. We first measure the height of the previous uptrend, all right, and then we add it to the breakout point, the potential breakout point. So now we are, okay, let me just readjust. Yeah. So this is where we are looking at. This is the trajectory of Bitcoin price we are looking at in the coming months. So once we see the price breaking above this upper trend line with higher volumes, we can expect the price to continue rallying until it hits the bull flag target of about 87,500. So it's pretty much above $80,000. Why am I saying 80,000? Because my target is for October. But let's not forget that in November, the US elections are happening. And I have discussed that in my previous video, that if Donald Trump wins the election, we might see a continuation of uptrend. We might even see price going toward $100,000. But to safe call a target for October, I think $80,000 is a pretty good target, a very achievable target if this bull flag pattern plays out as intended. Let's talk about another major catalyst that could send Bitcoin soaring: the Federal Reserve potentially cutting interest rates in September. Now, why is this a big deal for Bitcoin? Simple. Lower interest rates typically mean cheaper borrowing costs, which can lead to more liquidity flowing into riskier assets like Bitcoin. When money is cheap, investors are more willing to take on risk, and Bitcoin, being the king of the high risk, high reward assets, often benefits the most. And here's where it gets even more interesting. According to CME's FedWatch tool, the market is increasing betting on a rate cut in the upcoming Federal Reserve meeting. As of now, there is a growing consensus among traders that the Fed might pull the trigger on a cut especially given the signs of economic cooling and the need to stimulate growth. For example, bond traders right now see a 65.5% probability that the Federal Reserve will cut interest rate by 0.25% in September, and 34.5% approximately they believe that the Federal Reserve can cut interest rate by 0.5%. So two interest rate all at once. So this is how the conditioning of the market is right now, which is kind of helping Bitcoin becoming a very attractive asset in case the borrowing cost become cheaper. So in other words, if the Fed does go ahead with a rate cut, we could see a surge in demand for Bitcoin as investors look for alternatives to the dollar and the traditional assets. Historically, Bitcoin has thrived in low interest rate environments as the appeal of holding non-yielding assets like Bitcoin increases when yields elsewhere are low. I'm talking about the US bonds. It is a bullish scenario that is becoming more and more likely, which is why I believe that the bull flag target I discussed in the previous section, it might just come true. Bitcoin might undergo that technical breakout and reach $80,000 by the end of October. And ladies and gents, boys and girls, if you have come this far into the video, you are definitely interested in making some money out of Bitcoin investments. So which is why allow me to introduce Exness. Forget about complicated wallets and security concerns. With Exness, the world's leading retail broker offering ultra-fast execution and no overnight fees, you can easily trade cryptos like Bitcoin and Ethereum through CFDs, benefiting from price movements without owning the actual cryptocurrencies. Exness offers advanced tools and 24/7 support, making it secure and straightforward. Click the link in the description box below and start trading with Exness. Now let's move to the third and the final catalyst that could propel Bitcoin to $80,000 by the end of October. We are talking about the Uptober. Bitcoin has a habit of making October. Why? Because it's always going up in these months. Historically, October has often marked the start of significant bullish runs for Bitcoin, setting the stage for a strong finish to the year. And the term October comes from Bitcoin's tendency to recover or even surge during this month after periods of consolidation or decline. It's like calm before a storm, where Bitcoin gathers momentum before making a big move. Look at this coin glass chart. It will tell you more about Bitcoin's October performances. The average return for Bitcoin in October in the past 10 or more years has been 22.90%. The median return, on the other hand, is 27.70%. And there has been only 2 Octobers in which Bitcoin actually declined. And one of the year is 2018, which actually saw one of the most brutal Bitcoin crashes ever, the entire year. But if you compare the October decline, it's only 3.383%. And in 2014, yeah, we had a very big decline in 12.95%. So these are exceptions in a very otherwise bullish month for Bitcoin, which is why I'm pretty confident that in addition to other factors such as bull flag and the Fed rate cuts, we can actually see Bitcoin moving towards its 80K upside target in the coming months, specifically by October. I'm seeing the stock market too tends to shine in October, especially during the US presidential election. Since 1928, the S&P 500 has posted positive returns in 20 out of 24 election years during this month. So this strong performance is often driven by rising investor confidence and as the elections uncertainty begins to fade. So investors start to anticipate policy changes that could boost economic growth, making October a pivotal month for both traditional and crypto market alike. So that's all, lads. That is why I strongly believe that Bitcoin may reach $80,000 by October. A bull flag, Fed rate cuts, and the typical October euphoria are the main catalysts. If you think there are more catalysts out there, feel free to tell us in the comment box below. And if you like this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Bitcoin to the moon.